Hey guys, Triple B here! Today we're covering Golem EX from Pokemon 151, and personally, I think this card rocks. Pardon the pun. Has the potential to be an absolute game changer in the current meta thanks to its typing, allowing you to hit weakness into Arceus Vstar and Miraidon EX, which are both seeing a lot of play currently. Plus, thanks to its easy to pay attack costs, you can quickly snowball damage and take out other top tier decks as well. Golem's first attack dynamic roll initially deals 50 damage, but on your next turn, all attacks it uses will do an additional 120, meaning with just one energy, you can follow up on the next turn and do 170 damage. Combining those two turns, you're doing 220 all up, taking out basic Pokemon V and EXs. And since it's such a cheap attack to use, when your opponent attacks back into you, you can just use Cheryl, heal off the damage they do completely. You do have to discard the energy attached, but you only have to reattach one fighting energy and you can start swinging again right into them. The downside to a dynamic roll though is since it's an effect on your Pokemon, if Golem EX gets moved from the active spot onto your bench, or your opponent knocks it out on their turn, you won't be doing that additional damage on your following turn. But when it sticks, that damage output is insane. The additional damage isn't limited to just dynamic roll though. You can use Golem's second attack Rock Blaster, which starts with a base damage of 180, but if you use dynamic roll on the previous turn, scaling up to 300 damage all up. Because you use dynamic roll though, it's 50 on the last turn, 300 from this, you're doing 350 over those two turns and can be taking out stage 2 EX Pokemon like Charizard EX. If you're going into a fresh one though, you'll be 30 damage shy of taking a knockout, but that's where the card Grant's going to come in since we are a fighting type Pokemon and boosts our damage by 30, so 330 all up. You can take out that Charizard in one shot, even if it's at full health. I mentioned earlier though, you can use Cheryl to fully heal our Golem. In the chance that it does get KO'd, you can quickly recover with Raihan, charging up another Golem with a fighting energy card from your discard pile, and attaching a double turbo energy for turn to quickly put pressure onto your opponent and use that second attack. To make sure we've always got those key cards when we need them, we're including the Pidgeot EX line in this deck. It's a stage 2 Pokemon, so it's going to be competing with Golem for rare candy. Ideally though, charge up your Pidgeot first. So if you have a Golem and a Pidgeot both in your hand and the Pidgey and the Geodude on your bench, rare candy into Pidgeot, then use Pidgeot, search your deck for any card you want, just grab rare candy, use that rare candy, evolve up your Golem. You can have both of them and then on the next turn, Pidgeot can be getting you more things. If you have to prioritize one over the other, it's typically go for Pidgeot because it can help you get into more stuff. Pidgeot also has the benefit of free retreat, making it a fantastic pivot Pokemon when something does get knocked out, giving you time to plan out your next move, and it also has a great attack of its own, which can be paid with double turbo energy as well. It does a base damage of 120, double turbo though reduces that by 20, so 100 damage let's say, plus you can choose to bump out a stadium card that's in play, so if there's Path to the Peak, just get rid of it, or if you played Artisan to help set up your bench, you don't want your opponent to use it, just discard it before it goes back to their turn. Speaking of which though, those basics, we did get a new Pidgey from Pokemon 151, and it's got the Call for Family attack. Colorless energy, search your deck for 2 basic Pokemon and pop them onto your bench, making it a great Pokemon to start out, especially if you're going second, establishing your board very quickly. Be careful though, since Pidgey does only have 50 health, so cards like Sableye and Radiant Greninja are going to take advantage of that, getting easy knockouts. We have included a copy of Manaphy though to protect against that frog, but Sableye is a whole other story, so just be careful and ideally have it evolved up to a Pidgeot before that becomes an issue. For draw power, there is a 2/2 Bibarel line in the deck with the Industrious Incisors ability, lets you draw until you have 5 cards in your hand. We're going to combine that with Skwovet, which allows you to put your hand on the bottom of your deck and then just draw 1 card. So if you have a bad hand, put it on the bottom of your deck with Skwovet, use Bibarel, get a fresh hand. It's a pretty solid combo. Since there's 2 Bibarels, you can also be using Bibarel, get 5, Skwovet, put it on the bottom of your deck, use another Bibarel, get another 5. The added draw power that gives the deck means you're not needing to use your supporters to be drawing cards, and we do have that versatility to be focusing on things like healing, damage output, or gust. The rest of the deck, it's pretty standard. Professor's Research for draw power, as well as Iono, which late game becomes great hand manipulation. We can use Bibarel, get into 5 after we've gone down to 1 off Iono, but we put our opponent down to 1 or 2. They might be struggling. Super Rod for Pokemon and energy recovery, as well as a Pal Pad for supporter recovery, and to establish our bench, we do have Nest Ball, Ultra Ball, and Artisan. The energy count, it's going to be 7 basic fighting energy, making sure that we can always charge up that Golem, as well as 3 copies of double turbo energy to get its second attack online, or enable Pidgeot when we need it. What do you think of Golem EX? Does it have the potential to shake up the meta, or is it just going to get ground down to pebbles by the current top tier decks? Let me know in the comments down below. And if you want to try the deck out for yourself, it will be in the description of the video, so just pop down there, copy it, paste it into PTCGL, and give it a go for yourself. Of course, if you haven't already, make sure to subscribe so you can keep up with the latest shenanigans. Now let's jump on ladder and see how we go with this tonight. Okay, well, Geodude is likely going down. Depending what we're into, though, this could be a funny matchup. Arceus Tina, I'd be on board with. Tina can't one-shot us. And we can one-shot Arceus. But I'm almost thinking we go Artisan into Pidgey, switch, attach, get another Geodude. Grass Energy makes me think we are definitely into Giratina, though. Definitely think we're into Arceus Tina. Grab that. Got a few of those. So yeah, leave Pidgey for that. Oh, only one Pidgey, though. And only one Bidoof. Where's all my dudes? This needs to survive, though. That is the main thing, is that needs to survive. Don't think we Ultra Ball here. We want to hang on to the rare candy. Yeah, it'll just be that. As if we prized a Pidgey and a Doof, though. Risky, risky, risky. Rufus Fond? Is that how you say it? Rufus Fond. There we go. I can read. What mic am I using? Elgato Wave 3. It's good. It's like a nice entry level like mic. Doesn't break the bank. Gets the job done. It's solid. Definitely a good mic. On upgrade at some point, but it'll be a long way down. Like, because this definitely gets the job done. And I don't know. I haven't had issues with, well, that's not true. I have had issues with the audio, but it was just like the sample rate of it. The sound itself, it's good. Knowing how to use the mic correctly, different story. Sound great. Oh, cheers, man. Why do I need to upgrade? I don't know. Just eventually. Probably not. Like, the mic is... in regards to upgrades, mic is probably like the lowest on the list. I'll be completely honest. But like, I would like to get a newer one at some point. Just because I feel like this one picks up quite a bit of the background noise. And when I've tried to use like the noise reduction and stuff not to pick up the additional things, it hit the quality of it a little bit. Probably not even things that people hear. It's just like when I'm editing, I have these headphones and like they're pretty good. So I hear all the little things and I don't know. I'm a lot harder on myself than other people are, I think. Your own worst critic, you know? But no, yeah, it's good to hear the audio is coming through. Good for you. Glad to hear it. Very glad to hear it. Oh, they're putting down the paths to the peak. Okay, joke's on them. I was gonna say, joke's on them, they're about to kill Pidgey, and it's a redundant thing, but no, joke's not on them because they're killing Bidoof and leaving me with the Pidgey, and now Pidgey can't even become a Pidgeot that's gonna help me, and now I'm sad. You're trying to look into mics for yourself. You'd like to start streaming, but you don't want to sound like an Xbox Live junkie. Ah, fair. Well, yeah, if you're looking to get into streaming and you do have a bit of money to invest into a mic, the Elgato mics are always like great. There's the... I think the Wave and the Wave 3, I don't know what the major differences are. I think the Wave 3, it's got like, I can mute it from the top and like a little bit of extra functionality, but in terms of sound quality, I'm pretty sure they're like the same. And there's like a $20 or $30 price difference. So if you're looking to save a bit of money, go for just the Wave. Do I need this back? Like kinda, because my other one's prized. How rude, sir. Yeah, I think we're getting rid of these. We're getting rid of these so that we can get into this. We can start applying some pressure into him. We're not getting a knockout, but... Hey, Lovey. Of course we found the Bibarel. Also, I don't... Like, I do want to counter this, but I don't want to counter this. Actually, we counter that, we Super Rod, we get this back. Do we? Yeah, we do. We do that because we've got the Bibarel in hand. That's the only reason we do it. And if they don't bump the stadium, then we can get the Skwovet combo off next turn too. But yeah, we do that. Bump that. Well, I was gonna say bump that. We don't bump that. We bonk that. Yeah, hit him with a rock. If only he lived in a glass house. Dang. How far away do I sit from my mic? You should be able to do a shaka. I do this, and I'm touching my mic. Like that. Alright, like if you're new getting into streaming, highly recommend checking out the channels. What is it? Harris Heller. What's his channel called though? Now that's gonna bug me. Stream Beats? Not Stream Beats. I think his channel might just be called Harris Heller. Harris Heller is a really good one. Look into Nutty. Nutty does a lot of really good stuff. Gale Level does a lot of really good stuff. Like, they're great streamers that help streamers get into streaming. So if you have questions, if you have things you're trying to learn, definitely look up their channels on YouTube. It's a tool that I've used and continue to use. Like, you always got to keep learning, right? We're never going to know everything. Always like keep trying to improve. So those are the ones that if you're new to streaming, check them out. You wish you could remember your TCG login. Sorry to hear that, man. I'm sure you can get a reset. Like, as long as you at least know the email, you should be able to get back into it. Freddy Joker, you fell for the Mew into Boss Greninja already. Fell's bad. Oh, like that you... What do you mean fell for Mew into Boss Greninja? Like, they bossed up your Greninja and then took out 2 things. That's dirty. That's so dirty. Oh, I love to hear it. Like, kind of don't, but like, yeah, that's dirty. We just get judged into the Bibarel. Beauty. You're gonna want to run, Arceus. Just saying. That's not gonna help you. Granted, I need to get him out of the active. He is running. Okay. Like I said it kind of jokingly. Come back. Actually, he's beat up. Oh, that's fine. That's fine. You stay. I'll get you later. If I can get into DTE here, just boss kill that, that'd be really helpful. Or that, actually. No, that's what I want, Don. They're just Trinity charging. Trinity charge up Superior, and then they're just going to attack my Golems with Superiors. Yep, target right on that thing's back. Okay, so I need a rare candy. Ronto. We've got the Ultra Ball. I can get into that way, but I'm thinking we go Skwovet. Actually, if I just boss that up right now, what am I doing? 170? So not enough to kill, but enough to pressure. Ultra Ball. I think it's just Nest Ball, get another Geodude. Like, we're just gonna thin. Like, I could Ultra Ball for the Pidgeot and Bibarel, hoping to hit the rare candy. Or we have to go all in and hope to hit both. It's not really a great answer for either of those questions, is there? You know what? Yeah, we just go all in. Just full send it. Misplay? Probably. Never punished? Never. Yeah, that'll do it. And we'll just quick search and get that dude evolving up manually. Seems fine. The Beaver putting the team on his back. All right. Giratina has no energy on it. We are not concerned about him right now. These are both weak to us, and we have enough energy to be using Rock Blaster and just blow them up. GG? Probably getting ahead of myself. Let's calm down, but in a very strong position at the moment. Did Arctina get any new cards? Potentially Ditto. So the new Ditto card, it's if it's in the active spot on your first turn, you can switch it out with any basic Pokemon from your deck. So Arceus decks are going to love that because it's effectively, hey, you can have up to 8 Arceus in your deck, basically. You wouldn't run 4 copies of Ditto, probably just like 1 or 2, just to kind of bump up the counts of that in your deck. But yeah. So I think the Ditto is going to be good for theoretically Lost Box and Arceus decks. Just as a guarantee that it's like, you want to start a Comfy in the active or you want to start an Arceus in the active. Cool. Bump those numbers up. So we didn't use Dynamic Roll last turn, so we are just doing 180 off Rock Blaster. We're not able to one-shot the Giratina. Dang. But like, realistically, how many energy are they looking at? Quite a bit in the bin already. Like, are they even gonna have the Psychic energy to pay that attack cost? Or the Grass? There's 2 on these guys. 2 in the bin. 3 Psychic in the bin. They just didn't hit an energy. Okay. Seems fine. Do I even bother? Are we looking for golems? There is a rare candy in there, so theoretically I could be going for another rock boy. Almost thinking we just grab this one though. This one will go at the bottom of the deck. We're not drawing into it. That seems like a good idea. Yeah. Chuck these on the bottom. Now we find the other gold. Ah, no. That is tempting. Tempting, but not enough. Iono just seems like it'll help them. It seems like they were struggling a bit last turn. So yeah, we just delete it. We've got a DTE. We can manually charge up that Graveler next turn and just need to get the Golem. Especially the fact that we can just manually evolve up, right? Like, it's just attach, Skwovet, Bibarel, find it, go. I think we've got this one, guys. OP's energy is sick too, is it? What energy are they running? Oh, hollows, nice. Escape rope. Oh no. Let's give him that. Oh, I give him that. That can hit me, right? DTE on it. They're still hitting 110. You know what? Here, have Pidgeot. He's got free retreat. If you want to hit it lightly, go for it. Have at her. What are they bossing? Geodude? Or not Geodude, Golem? Not my squirrel. What are you doing? Oh, this means war. As if God just killed a squirrel. What a monster. What a monster. Alright, well. It's gonna toss a rock. Yeah. Ah, yeah. I just have to swing. Evolving up like a dick. I'm sorry. You have game, just swing. But Thanks for sticking around to the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, make sure to hit that thumbs up button to let me know, and subscribe if you haven't already. If you want to see more gameplay of this deck, you can click the link here, which will take you to the second channel where I do post the streams where, well, we get the gameplay from. And if you're after another deck, you can click the link here and it'll take you to another video. Till next time though, take care of yourself.